Antarctica is the most challenging, most remote, and least explored continent on the planet. This frozen desert has hosted countless myths, legends, and mysteries throughout history, claiming the lives of those who tried to explore it. While its existence is no longer as secret as it once was, the planet seems to guard it from those who wish to uncover it. In fact, even visiting it freely is prohibited. But why? Why do countries try to keep this ice-covered continent hidden like a secret treasure? Or is there some truth beneath it all that only a select few are allowed to know? Today, we will travel together to the frozen south of our planet, exploring the stories told about Antarctica and attempting to uncover the truth behind them. By the end of this journey, many of your questions will be answered, while new ones will arise. In the year 100 AD, we encounter the highly influential Greek scholar Claudius Ptolemy, more commonly known as Ptolemy or Batlamyus. He was an extraordinary figure, an astronomer, mathematician, geographer, astrologer, and philosopher. Ptolemy spent most of his life in Alexandria, the knowledge hub of the ancient world, poring over countless manuscripts in the famous Library of Alexandria, leaving us with a legacy of knowledge across multiple disciplines. But regarding today's topic, he made a very intriguing claim. He was the first in history to speak of a massive landmass in the southern part of the world. In his work Geography, he referred to this continent as Terra Australis Incognita, or the unknown southern lands. You might wonder, how could he make such a hypothesis? How could he know anything about the South Pole, a place no one had ever seen? With vast oceans and limited knowledge about the continents at the time, this seems impossible, right? Actually, Ptolemy's unusual claim was entirely based on science. It was nearly 2,000 years ago, yet it was still scientific reasoning. He relied on Aristotle, who had lived 400 years earlier, and had asserted that the Earth is spherical and needs substantial weight at both its northern and southern ends to maintain balance. Aristotle's insights were remarkable for his time, anticipating that the planet essentially floats in space, despite not knowing the vast emptiness beyond. Around 200 years later, Eratosthenes and Hipparchus calculated the Earth's size and circumference with remarkable accuracy. Over 2,200 years ago, humans, using only limited resources and basic mathematics and physics, could measure the Earth's shape and size. So, questioning the Earth's form today, in light of such scientific achievements, is truly outdated and contrary to logic and reason. Thanks to these scholars, Ptolemy inferred that since most landmasses were concentrated in the northern hemisphere, a large landmass must exist in the south to maintain balance. He called this the balance theory. This idea was also common in ancient Greece. It was believed that a vast landmass surrounded all seas, making the seas essentially inland waters. Hence, beyond the vast oceans, there must be a landmass. Today, the flat Earth myth claiming giant walls at the poles originates from this ancient Greek era, which is often misrepresented online as factual. My criticism of it stems from this. Most of what people know comes from 20-second TikTok videos spreading unsupported claims. Be careful and always use AI and research to verify. Ptolemy's notion of mysterious southern lands became a legend over centuries, prompting European sailors to compete to be the first to discover it. Over roughly 1,300 years, navigation techniques improved and the age of discovery began. Brave explorers ventured into unknown oceans, mapping North America, Asia, and the world more comprehensively. Then, in 1511, the great Ottoman navigator Piri Reis shook the world with a mysterious map, showing Antarctica before it was covered by ice. At the height of the Ottoman Empire, Piri Reis had completed Kitab-i Bahariya, an invaluable navigation work containing detailed maps, sailing instructions, port information, geographic data, and notes on natural phenomena. He presented another map in 1513 to Sultan Selim I, showing even the Americas. This map is now known as the famous Piri Reis map. However, what is seen today is only a small part of a much larger map. The bottom portion intriguingly depicts a landmass resembling Antarctica, though ice-free. How did Piri Reis draw it at a time when no one had discovered it? Some claim he received information from ancient civilizations or even extraterrestrial sources. The truth is simpler. Piri Reis compiled information from previous navigators, as he clearly states in his writings. The Antarctica he drew was actually a representation of southern South America, Patagonia, and Tierra del Fuego, and any errors were due to the incomplete knowledge of the continent's extremities at the time. Similarly, the 1531 map by French cartographer Orontius Phineus shows a southern land resembling Antarctica. He relied on the notes and maps of Ptolemy, Columbus, and Amerigo Vespucci. Since ancient Greek myths had already mentioned the lost southern continent, European cartographers often depicted it on maps, even if unexplored. Fast forwarding, Charles H. Hapgood, a 20th century Harvard professor, proposed that a highly advanced civilization once existed on Antarctica before the Ice Age. He suggested that this civilization's knowledge was inherited by humans, and that around 12,000 years ago, a cataclysm caused the Antarctic landmass to shift to its current location under ice. Although controversial, Hapgood's theory is intriguing, especially in light of plate tectonics, first proposed by Alfred Wegener in 1912 and later validated. During the 20th century, Nazi Germany explored Antarctica, ostensibly for resources. Shortly after, the U.S. conducted Operation High Jump, 1946-47, under Admiral Richard Byrd, involving thousands of troops and scientists, officially for scientific and military purposes. Conspiracy theories about alien contact and underground civilizations arose from these missions, but there is no verified evidence. The Antarctic Treaty of 1959, signed by 12 nations, now 56, preserves the continent for peaceful scientific research, forbidding military activity and unregulated resource exploitation. Tourism is possible, but access to the interior is heavily restricted due to extreme conditions. Winter temperatures reach -80 degrees Celsius, summer -20 degrees Celsius, and there are no suitable landing areas for emergencies. Many purported images of UFOs or pyramids in Antarctica are either misinterpretations or doctored photos. For instance, sharp mountain peaks are often mistaken for structures, but they result from glacial erosion, which acts like a knife on rocks. Similarly, large seasonal caves exist, but calling them alien bases is incorrect. In short, most of what is claimed about Antarctica, aliens, Nazis, secret civilizations, is either unverified, sensationalized, or commercially motivated. Scientific research remains the true source of knowledge, and the continent is indeed a mysterious, frozen land, especially from a scientific perspective. Perhaps one day melting ice will reveal new discoveries. Until then, we must separate fact from fiction and value research and open-minded inquiry. Thank you for watching. For similar content, please subscribe to the channel. See you next week and take care.